Okay, in this video tutorial, we'll create a new product page and we'll insert the data into the database. So we'll see how to create this page. So let me go to my IDE and let's go to create product HTML. Okay, we have created, I just included a layout to create a product. So I'm using a container here. Okay. Firstly, what we need to create is we need a form. Okay, we need a form. So I have put the form here. So what happens here is we are creating a product at the rate products and a create route. This is the action. So this action will be used to save the data into the database. Then the object which I'm using is ProductDto. So if you go to our product controller, you can see that we are sending a model. Okay, get mapping. If you go down here, we can see we are sending this ProductDto. Okay, and we are sending this data to the view. So create product page will have this object here and the method will be post. Okay, now let's add two fields. So the first field will be the name. Okay, the name will be the first field and it will have the field as name. So this is required field and the name, and if any validation errors, so it will give me fields dot has errors, and the errors would be the name error. So whatever, like we have the object with validation classes. If you go to ProductDto, we can see that we have this validation messages that are put here. So this will be effective here when we create a new product. So we have create a validation field. We have added a bootstrap class to it, text danger, and the name error. Okay. Similarly, for the brand, we have created a brand class which is required. If the fields has error brand, then it will show the brand error. So now let's add other fields to the form. So to add the other forms, I have included the other form fields. So I'll just going to paste it. So here we can see the category field. So category field will have its own error here, like the same as brand and name. The price will have its own error, and the field and the description will have its own field here. Okay, now we'll create a submit button here. Okay, we have added a submit button here to the form. Okay, let's save this form and let's rerun our code. So it would take some time to reload and it will start on port 8080. As you can see, the port has already started, so we can refresh our application. The create page. Okay, so I'm going to refresh it and you can see we have a create product form. Okay, so next we have to map this to the action which we have created. Okay, so if I submit this form, it will give me a web error page because we have not created a controller function for this form. So let's go ahead and create a controller function. Okay, now let's create a controller function here. So for this, we'll create a post mapping route. Okay, so because this will be a post method, so we'll say import. This is the create route from the actions. If you go to product here, and you can see our action is products and create. So this is the same route which we have created, and let's import these files, import these classes. So I'm going to import this classes here and bind result. So we are including the ProductDto object. Okay, and I have just put return to products page if everything goes well. Now if the application has errors, if the form has errors, we need to redirect this form to the create product page and display the errors. So for this I have included results. So these are the binding results, but if it has errors, just return to this page. Okay, next we will see to add the product to the database if there are no errors. So in this code here, we are creating a product class And we are using the getters and setters method. So we are setting the product get name to the setters method. And then what we need to do is we need to save this product into the database. So this is how we save the product into the database. Repo.save. So this will save the product into the database. This function will create the new product and it will save it to the database. It will check for the validation errors and it will display the validation errors on the create page. So now let's rerun this application and check first if our validations are working. So let me rerun this. Okay, now let's say submit button here. Just click on submit button and we can see all the validation errors are displaying on the screen. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to add product A, brand, we're going to add brand A. We are just going to add some dummy data here. So to see, we'll say 12, description, some description here. Okay, let's submit this form. Since there are no errors, we were redirected to the product list page and we can see the product has been added. Okay, this is how you create this is how you check for validations and save the data into the database.